Let's explore the student application pathways in Read 180. The Read 180 student application provides students with a personalized learning path that accelerates their road to reading proficiency. Whether they're practicing foundational skills or working on comprehension, the student application allows students to take control of their own learning by tracking their progress toward mastery of reading skills and witnessing their growth over time. Let's take a look at each pathway, beginning with the code.
For striving readers, foundational skills can be challenging. Students who need foundational skills development begin working in the 25 code segments of the Read 180 student application. There, they receive individualized, systematic, and adaptive instruction that aligns with the reading pillars. The explicit scope and sequence covers 5 strands of instruction: code, high-frequency words, word strategies, success, and the writing strand. In the code strand, students receive systematic, direct instruction in decoding and modeling of sound-symbol correspondence, blending, and word attack strategies. Students also complete activities that build accuracy and automaticity. In the word strategies strand, students learn to recognize increasingly complex morphological elements, such as syllable types and word parts. Practice here helps students become effective and efficient decoders of multi-syllabic words. Students build fluency and automaticity in the high-frequency words strand. Here, students learn that there are exceptions to the rules, or that only parts of these words are decodable. They need to recognize these words on site and quickly. Students apply new skills from each topic in the segment by reading a connected text in the success strand. The student begins with an anchor video that helps build the background knowledge and form mental models. Finally, the reciprocal nature of reading and writing comes together in the writing strand. Beginning in segment 12 of the 25 segments, students engage in independent writing to develop foundational writing skills. Students use writing frames to respond to text-based questions about the success passage and are guided through self-assessment and revision using a 4-point rubric.
Again, each student is working through their own pathway through the application using our explicit and systematic scope and sequence of foundational skills. We build on the skills they've mastered and introduce new skills in a research-based manner. Once students complete work in the code, they'll easily transition into the comprehension strand.
Welcome to the Read 180 student application.
This is the zone menu. From here, you can enter the different zones. This is also a place to track your overall progress in a segment.
The segment selector is where students can find all of the segments in their stage.
Welcome to the Explore Zone. In this zone, you'll watch an anchor video and study some of the key words or power words from the story. Read or listen to the definition, and then read or listen to the word used in a sentence. Great work! Let's head into the reading zone.
Let's head back to the zone menu to explore another zone. In this zone, students practice and apply decoding, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension strategies. Students can practice their fluency by recording a reading of the passage, evaluating their work, and submitting it for feedback.
To begin, hit Read Aloud and choose how you'd like Jackie to read to you, word by word or phrase by phrase.
Gustavo Dudamel has been called the rock star of classical music.
Put the following events in order based on the text, then hit Submit. That's it! Read the question and find the answer in the text. Select a word or phrase to highlight it. That's correct. Let's move.
Welcome to the language zone.
When you really understand a word, you can identify when it's used correctly. Read these sentences and select any sentence that uses the power word correctly. Give it another try. Remember, mistakes are just part of learning.
The fluency zone explores the reciprocal nature of decoding and encoding.
You'll have just one chance to spell each word, so listen and type carefully.
Growing. My dog is growing bigger every day.
In the Word Clinic, you'll get tips for reading your study words. Listen to the word read aloud, and then watch and listen to the decoding tip.
Classic plus the suffix al. This suffix often means having characteristics of.
In the writing zone, students walk through each stage of the writing process as they plan, organize, write, and publish their thoughts on the topic they've been studying throughout the current segment. The success zone unlocks once a student has completed all other zones.
In the stretch read, you'll read another text to apply what you've learned and discover more about the topic.
Congratulations! You've completed your visit to the Read 180 student application.
While students in our Comprehension app may have more choices on the topic they explore, the lessons and routines will look the same. You may even notice the same color coding to activities as we build our pathway from phonics to fluency to proficiency and reduce the stigma in a classroom where students are at a variety of starting points. Our program activity report shows teachers what segment a student is working on, their overall performance, time spent in the application, and much more. Accountability is an important aspect of independent work, and we use this data to help students set and meet their growth goals. We'll explore this more in the reports video. We also have advanced program settings on ED for teachers, giving them additional supports for students that are low vision or hard of hearing, as well as language supports in Spanish, Cantonese, Mandarin, Vietnamese, and Tagalog. And we've also put these controls in the student app for students to initiate them themselves, helping to develop that self-advocacy and control over their learning supports. Once students are working in the app, they'll have even more control around how text audio support is provided. Now let's head online to ED and check out the student app demo so that you can monitor what students are working on at any time. To access the student app demo, I'm going to head over to my Discover tab, and then under Connected Solutions, click on the Read 180 icon. This student app demo gives me the opportunity to see what students are working on when they're working independently within that student application. I can choose the stage, the segment, and even the level that students are working on. Then I can click into any of these activities to preview the activity that students are currently working on.
Adapting, altering, fixing, unbending.
So when students get stuck on an activity, the student app demo is just one way that you can help students work through any roadblocks.